what is going on out there in Uber and Lyft land. It's me, Uber guy, Connecticut. I've been off for about a week. I've been driving, but I have not been on with a video, and I thought I would jump back on and keep you guys updated as to what I'm doing. Right now it is Monday morning, 1:35, and I am driving home. I'm just finishing my Sunday night shift. I started at about 7:30, and it was a slow to moderate night. I did about $100, and I am driving in New England. That's the title of this little message, this little video, and that is driving in New England. Driving in New England. New England, if you know where to go and where you live, can be very profitable, whether you are driving for Uber or if you are driving for Lyft. Uber has, for the most part, locked you into the state where your registration is. So if you live in Rhode Island, you're limited to driving in Rhode Island. If you live in Vermont, you're limited to driving in Vermont, or Connecticut, you're limited to driving in Connecticut. Massachusetts also is the same way, and you know, if you drive in Massachusetts, Massachusetts has that restrictive, very restrictive background check, so you want to be aware of that. But driving in New England, depending on where you drive and if you know what you're doing, can be very lucrative if you know when to drive and where to go. You can make a lot of money. There's no reason, if you are driving full-time in New England, in some of the areas, not all of them, but in some of the areas, there's no reason why you cannot make upwards of $500 to $600 to $700 to $800 a week driving for Uber and driving for Lyft, especially driving for Lyft, because depending on where you are in New England, Lyft has the incentives that you can get on top of your bonus and your earnings. But you can also do it with Uber this time of year when the college kids are here. I personally drive in Connecticut, and basically my area is wherever I feel like going, wherever the calls take me to. But usually I start around New Haven or so, and I work my way out. I try and keep a schedule of going out 2-3 hours in the morning and then 2-3 hours in the afternoon, trying to average anywhere from $80 to $150 a day. And it's very possible to do if, again, you know what you're doing. If you do that 4 or 5 times a week, not needing to work every day, but if you do that 4 or 5 times a week, you can figure out what that would be. Anyway, so if you're driving in Connecticut, let me tell you the hot spots in Connecticut. Obviously, anywhere where the colleges are, that's Quinnipiac University, that's in Hamden, Connecticut, or the University of Bridgeport, obviously in Bridgeport, or the University of New Haven, or Southern Connecticut State University, and Yale University, which is obviously in New Haven, Connecticut. Very profitable, very lucrative if you know when to go. Plus, people are also wanting rides to and forth, back to work, and also home from the bars. That's in Connecticut. Also, Hartford and Bridgeport, Stamford are also hotbeds for good traffic. If you're trying to make money. If you live in Massachusetts, if you're fortunate enough to live in the Boston market, if you live in the Boston area, not the chicken place, Boston, the geographical location. I made that up. If you live in that area, that is very lucrative. If you live in the area where Logan Airport is, in Connecticut where I drive, we have Bradley International Airport. If you live in Boston, Massachusetts, going from Springfield, Massachusetts, which is almost in the center of the state, going east, going towards Boston, that's a very lucrative market. You get a lot of calls from the schools up there. University of Massachusetts is up there. Amherst is up there. Obviously in Boston you have the universities that are there, Harvard University included. It can be very profitable to be driving in Boston. and Massachusetts in general if you drive there. If you drive in Rhode Island, you get Cape Cod and the beach traffic in the summertime, which can be very profitable and very lucrative. Also, you get Providence and Woonsocket there in Rhode Island, very profitable places if you know your city and know where you drive. I'm not too familiar with New Hampshire. I've had one ride up there from here. It's about from New Haven. It's about 90 minutes or so in good traffic. But if you live in New Hampshire, in the Portsmouth area, right on the border there with Boston and New Hampshire, that's a good area for getting good rides and trips. Let me just tell you again, New England is a wonderful place to drive. It is a wonderful place to drive. Lots and lots of colleges and universities here. Lots of students here that use Uber to get back and forth, use Lyft to get back and forth, so you can make a lot of money. Don't be discouraged. Let me just tell you this. Do not be discouraged if you've been driving for 3 or 4 months and it feels like, you're not making any money. It takes time for you to figure out your area. Do your research. Do your research. Go online and look at videos like mine and some other people, specifically where you are and where you live, what your market is. I guarantee you, every place that you could possibly be in the United States of America, anyway, every place that you could possibly be, someone has done a YouTube video for Uber and Lyft. Some driver, I should say, has done a video and posted it on YouTube to put the information that's out there. I learned the things that I learned about Uber, and I've got 4,000 rides on Uber now, but I learned the things that I learned from watching YouTube videos, and I am fond of watching Uber Guy and Uber Man and Uber Lady Charlotte and Terry Tips, and there's a lot of them out there. The bearded Uber guy, that's an African American guy, and I just get a kick out of watching them. And there's a lot of tremendous information out there. Probably the best one, and when I get back to my computer, I'll upload this, but probably the best one to watch if you're looking for information about all things Uber and all things Lyft and all things rideshare. The best one is look this guy up. The Simple Driver Network. He breaks it down, puts out a lot of information. I've not met the man. I'm not getting anything from giving him this plug, but I greatly was blessed by his information, and you will be too. So look him up. I don't even know, to tell you the truth, I don't even know where he drives, but I ran across his videos, the Simple Driver Network. If you search for that, it'll come up. The man's putting the information out there, and I found it useful. Also, Uber Man and Uber Guy, those guys are good. Uber Lady Charlotte is good. Sicily in San Francisco, and I'm trying to think of the name of her network. Sicily is her name. She's an African American lady, I believe, also with a lot of really great Drive Grow Drive, that's the name of it, and she's also out there with a lot of really great information. So know where you are if you really want to make money, and the money's out there for you to make it. You can find out all of this information by looking at these videos on YouTube. And if you are not a driver and you wish to become a driver, listen, take this advice. Do not just go to the Uber website and sign up and plug in your information. They are offering a signing bonus. That means you drive a certain amount of drives. Some cities it's 30, some cities it's 50, and you will get a bonus. I know they're being cheap right now in my area in New England, or in Connecticut anyway. In the New Haven area, they're only giving $25. I want to ask them what in the world's wrong with them, but that's because we've got this area here is oversaturated. But they could be offering in some places as much as $1,500 for you to sign up. That's $1,500 for you as a new driver, and it's also $1,500 for me. So what you do is you click on use someone's code, and my information and my code is in the description box down below. If you go to my page, Uber Guy Connecticut on YouTube, and or if you go to my page, Uber Guy Connecticut, or the Uber Driver, Uber Guy Connecticut on Facebook, my information will come up, and you will get that percentage and that bonus. Do not just sign up just to sign up thinking you're going to get out there and drive. Get the bonus. The company has the money to pay the bonuses, to pay the signing bonus, I should say, and you all should take advantage of it. Last time I checked, Uber was worth about $10 billion, and maybe more than that, maybe less than that. But the point is, they have the money to pay. So you go out there and you get that money, and I hope to be back perhaps tomorrow with another video. Let me just say right there, go out there and get that money. Bye-bye. Let me do my best impression of Terry Tips. Smile on, mate. The money's out there. That's why we're out there. I hope he doesn't sue me. Bye-bye.